Okay, so I just got done with my first radiation treatment. And this first one wasn't in the morning like the rest of them will be. It was in the afternoon. It's like after 1 o'clock now. Didn't take as long as they said, so that was nice. Pretty straightforward. Like, I got my parking passes today. Grab those. There's like 3 of these, and they just have like the dates circled. So I could park in like the radiation lot, which is super close, which is nice. And went in, did COVID screening, got my parking, put it back in the car, then went back into, then went right to the changing room and changed. And then they took me right back. Like, I didn't even have to go to the waiting room. Like, they were ready for me. And today was just a tiny bit longer. It still was like 30 minutes, 35 minutes maybe total. And they did more x-rays and things this time to make sure I was positioned right, and then they did the treatments. And honestly, the worst part is just like holding my breath and having like the nose piece on is so uncomfortable, and the thing in your mouth makes my mouth dry, and then the goggles for some reason make my eyes dry. And so that's honestly the most uncomfortable thing. And then like when I'm done, like getting off the table, my neck is pretty sore, but like it's not like the actual radiation part right now isn't painful at all. And I don't know why, I was just really emotional this time. Like when I was done, I like broke down in tears, and I don't have no idea why. Like, I don't know, I think it's just like a release of anxiety, and like, okay, the first one's over, and it's just like a big thing. And it's just sometimes still hard to believe that I'm like doing all this stuff for cancer. So yeah, I don't know. I also was like hoping I'd get rid of these today, and instead I just got more. They're on stickers, and that's frustrating in and of itself, just because it's like always there. I just want to forget sometimes about everything. Okay, but I'm fine. This is like helpful for me. God's taking care of me. I'm loved, and I'm like well supported in this whole process. Just, I don't know, it was just a little emotional today. So now I'm getting ready to go pick up the girls, and then gonna go home. And Paul actually had to go into the office today, like once in a while, not very often he has to go, so he will be home later on tonight. But yeah, and also this morning at like 8:30 I had my injection for, every 3 weeks I get that, so I had that this morning. And so in between I had a little bit of time to like relax and go shopping, which was nice. So I've been gone all day. I'm gonna go home now. I think that is it. I did start running yesterday, and then I didn't want to run before because I didn't want to get sweaty, and then now I just want to go get the girls, like get Charlotte down for her nap. And so I'm gonna run tonight before bedtime like I did yesterday, but usually I'm gonna stop at the park after my 8:30 radiation. That's kind of the plan. But yeah, that's it. Again, I don't really know why I am so emotional, but I am, and that's fine. Yeah, I'll keep everyone updated. I'm not in pain or anything, but I am gonna put on my lotion. I'll have to do a video about the types of things I'm doing for my skin. But yeah, thank you. Okay, so today is Friday, October 1st, and it has been my first kind of full week of radiation. I started on Tuesday, so it's like a little off, but my first week. I had like 8 different appointments this week, so it's been a really busy week. So far radiation's going kind of as expected. You know, every day it's a really quick appointment now. Like every day I go in, I change really fast. I don't even have enough time to go to the waiting room. They usually meet me in the hall, and then I go right into the radiation room. And my appointment's at 8:30, but I'm generally like on the table already before 8:30. And it just takes them a couple minutes now just to like position me on the table. And so basically like they have like lasers or lights shining down that kind of show where I should, like how my body should be situated, like lining up my hips and my chest area. That's why I have the stickers. And they kind of like adjust me, get it all right. They put my goggles on, nose clip, mouthpiece, my arms are above my head. They remove my gown just on my side that's being radiated. I keep like my shoes and my pants on and everything. And then they just been doing like one x-ray just to make sure everything's aligned. If like everything wasn't aligned in that first x-ray, and then the same machine that does radiation does the x-ray, then they would like adjust me a little bit, like someone would come in and like move my like blanket under me, just like really slight adjustments, and I just kind of lay there. It's easy to stay still because it's not too long, and just the way the table is positioned and set up, it's easy just to lay still. And then the radiation starts, and the whole time I'm watching, like I have these goggles on, have a computer screen, kind of like a video game, that I'm like watching my breathing going up and down. And then she'll tell me to hold my breath, and I'll inhale all the way up till like a yellow line, and I hold it. I'm holding it anywhere between the x-rays are like 3 seconds, and then for actual radiation treatment I'm holding it for like 15 to 20 seconds, usually 15 seconds, sometimes like 10, but usually 15. And that whole process like takes like maybe like 5 minutes to get on the table, less than 5 minutes for x-rays, and then another 5 minutes for the radiation treatment. And so I'm in and out of there really fast, and then I'm right off the table, I go change, and then I'm out of the building by like 8:50 at the latest, you know. On Thursdays I do have a conference call with my doctor, and that's a virtual visit in the afternoon. But so yesterday I had that first one. They just like check up on me and make sure everything's going well, and ask about like any reactions, which, you know, the biggest one they're concerned with right now is skin. And so this is so surprising. So yesterday I noticed a really small like light rash on my radiated side, and I was like, oh, this can't be, because everything I researched, it's like you don't see anything for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm like, maybe it's because I started running, like irritation from running or something. And so I was like, I should mention it, so I mentioned it. So the doctor saw me today after, and she kind of confirmed what I don't want to hear. She said it looks like an early reaction to radiation. So I'm not excited about that, because like I've seen like pictures of really bad radiation reactions, and it just makes me think I'm gonna have like this horrible wound for weeks and weeks. But so please pray about that. We're also considering maybe it's a reaction to the new lotion I'm using for radiation, so I'm using that like 3 times a day. And so I'm gonna switch to use Aquaphor like over the weekend and next week and see if that makes a difference. I'm just praying it's not an early reaction, because like I said, like usually you don't see anything until maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks into therapy. Then you might start to see some kind of rash or skin irritation. So I've only had 3 treatments when it showed up. So please pray that this isn't like an early, that I'm not gonna have horrible skin issues this whole time, because that just sounds really bad. I go to the same exact machine every time, and everyone's super friendly. I see like mostly the same set of nurses and doctors every single day. So I'm gonna, you know, get to know them in like the short time we have together. Everyone's really friendly. You know, at U of M they do this thing where like in the ceiling there is like it's like a normal like drop ceiling, but they have like this like pretty like either flowers, or this room has like mountain scenery. That's what I'm kind of looking at. They put the bolus on my area, and like, you know, it's the same thing every day. So afterwards, what I've been doing, this week was really busy, but I have been able to do every single day. I've been running every day this week. And so that's why I'm here. I'm at the Metro Park. I'm stopped here, and I'm gonna run a few miles, and then I'm gonna go home and pick up the girls, or be home with the girls. But that's been really nice, and it's supposed to be like really good for radiation and healing, and then also just good in general, you know, and I love running, so I'm happy to be back here. Okay, so yes, that is week 1, kind of sessions 1 through 4 of radiation.